Hello, fight fans. I'm Todd Grisham. Welcome to the WBC Arena. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Both men weighing well over the 200-pound heavyweight division. And across the ring from him, Tyson Fury. He is a whopping 206 centimeters tall with a reach of 2. From the United States of America. The Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, this multi-time heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Manchester, England. He'll beat you down and then sing to you afterwards.
If this fighter knows how to use that reach, this is going to be a shot night.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America. Wearing the black trunks trimmed with black. Fighting out of the blue corner from Manchester, England. And standing at 6 feet 9 inches, here is a sensational heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Todd, I love this place. The atmosphere is second to none. If you get the right fights, you've got fun all night.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready. They ring the bell, and here we go. Well done with that counter shot. He scores with the counter. That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. And he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You see the nerves on that fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Couldn't land that jab. I like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round. That one lands.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
This fighter has been described as a swarmer. That fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches.
Stumbling around on Bambi legs. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That counter punch got him clean. Seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Like a little change of strategy here, trying to loosen up the flow a little bit. Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
To beat a counter-puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
And they figure out the combination to this safe.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. Trying to fight like Roy Jones Jr. now, bouncing on the toes. Looks like he's going to move around the ring a little bit more. Try some stick and move. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Counter shot lands. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need it. And there's the bell to start the round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He's got a massive reach advantage. Let's see if he uses it.
You've got to make your opponent fight your kind of fight. They've got to get into your kind of argument, your kind of dance.
Beautiful counter shot. That counter shot lands. Now I'm going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. Only catching air with that hook. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven. What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well, we know what the game plan is going to be for this fighter. He's got to stick and move and avoid the big shots from the bigger man.
If you're standing in front of a dumper truck and you're trying to punch it back, push it back, the dumper truck is probably going to roll right over you.
He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Nice counter shot. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different. And there's the bell to start the round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Good counter punching. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. Miss with that jab. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Good punch.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't...
They ring the bell, and here we go. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
God, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Not so rigid anymore with the stance. Done with that counter shot. Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. Looks like they're going to mix up their strategy a little bit here. These two featherweights are going to let their hands go, you know that.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That punch landed. That hook won't score. Touching him up again. And a good decision here to clinch.
They need to be worried that the referee's not going to throw them out the ring.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The momentum, they got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the tournament's got to put a firecracker.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
God, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? Good counter punch. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Pretty close fight here in this round. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down?
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Swing and a miss with that jab. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Only catching air with that hook. Looks like they're going to try and be a little... This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
We remember, with a lighter weight, you're expecting at least 300 shots around. They can let these shots go. They can move. They're fast. They're sharp. It's a hard night's work for the referee.
And he misses with that jab. He's dropped the guard now. What do you think of that decision? A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable at middleweight.
That hook won. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. No doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
They ring the bell, and here we go. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Oh my goodness, so that little Yorkshire Terriers, they're never going to give up.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift. Good punch.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter shot lands. They'll try and relax a little bit now. Fight a little differently. So he's going to shake off the cobwebs, and Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble. He takes a step back, recalibrates himself, and goes right after him again.
What caught sleeping?
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to... And we may see an early stoppage here. When you thought it couldn't get any worse, it's a knockdown. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I've got to see that again.
This next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
You've been put down. You've got...
And there's the bell to start the round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got a hustle now. He's got a bluff.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again.
And now going for the finish. A much better game plan here.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Gonna shake out the arms and legs and move around a little bit. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
And there's the bell to start the round. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Now going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. Touching him up again. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Oh my goodness, what pace, what pace. They're like, do you know what a Yorkshire Terrier is, Todd? They're like little Yorkshire Terriers.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Trying to fight like Roy Jones Jr. now, bouncing on the toes. Smart move to grab a hold of your opponent, but obviously you can't do that too often.
You cannot do it too often because the referee's going to pull you apart and deduct a point.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well done with that counter shot. And they're down. It looks like this one's going to be over. That body shot right there paralyzed him and won him the fight.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
game plan changes after that big knockdown.
To make or break a fighter.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Gonna try to relax a little bit now. Fight a little differently. A perfect counter shot. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
So he's going to shake off the cobwebs and bounce around the ring a little bit here. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
This is why I love the little guys. This is exactly why I love them. Look at them, toe to toe, heart for heart. You know, mano a mano, they're letting the shots go.
Touching him up again. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. There's a counter shot. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell sometimes...
They ring the bell, and here we go. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one...
Where was the defense? Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Nice counter shot. That punch landed. Well done with that counter shot. The exchange punch. Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
He's up, but for how long?
Whoa, wait a minute! What a shot! And there it is! The knockdown punch we knew was coming! I need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
That's lights out right there.
ladies and gentlemen, a knockout victory in one of the...
Yeah, that hate, the grind, the sweat, the blood, the time, my motivation. I work too hard, too long, and not be in the conversation. My team been up, way up, ain't nothing less than domination. I got the game to save with lock and key and combination. Keep low and high sight, don't focus on what's hindsight. Sleeping on me till I'm night, night, it's my time in a bright light. Don't ever band, no mind, keep it pushing, don't ever give them a sound. They will love you when you shining, but they wanna talk about you when you down. Motivation, all the hating that they doing, that shit motivation. Staying winning, nothing less, ain't no consolation. Used to tell me that I couldn't, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation, motivation. All this money on my mind, that's my motivation. You be talking, but you not up in the conversation. They all wanted me to stop, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation. Yeah, bad time that I can't.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of the tape. They'll compete in the 147-pound division. That is, of course, welterweights. And he'll be squaring off again from the United States of America. The King, Amir King Khan, one of the finest fighters Britain's ever produced. Olympic silver medalist in 2004, multi-time world champion, fighting out of Bolton, UK.
This is going to be an intense stare before the fight starts.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, wearing the black trunks trimmed with white, fighting out of the blue corner from Bolton, England. Here is the Olympic silver medalist, one of Britain's youngest ever professional world champion, a unified 140-pound champion of the world, introducing Amir King Khan.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk.
I'm so giddy, so excited. The anticipation is second to none. Let's get it on.
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves. And here we go. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Nice counter shot. That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. And he'll hug him again, but you can't blame him, can you?
Had to hold on, getting hurt every time the punches land.
And now going for the finish. He had his moment, but has it gone by?
Got caught sleeping on the job.
This may do, and there it is! The knockdown punch we knew was coming. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
I need to see that again.
3, 4, 5, 6.
He's on his feet, but there's no way he's going to win this round now.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Big of a factor that knockdown is going to be, we just saw.
Love the response though, got back up, took a deep breath, thought right, push.
They ring the bell and here we go. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
The sun is blazing this afternoon, and these two athletes are going to have to find a way to deal with it.
Because let me explain to you, you're outside. Nobody can turn the temperature down. Nobody can turn the sun down. When that sun's beating on you, when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you're getting hit, when you're getting hurt, there's no cool fan that's dropping in there. This is where it's real fighting, fighting and fight.
Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Well done with that counter shot. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Trying to fight like Roy Jones Jr. now, bouncing on the toes. Fantastic punch. That punch landed. That punch scores. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. One-sided 3 minutes. And there's the bell to start the round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
To beat a...
Do you believe what we are seeing? Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
A shot from the gods took him out. got to look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Not so rigid anymore with the stance. Hey, sometimes the best thing you can do is to grab your opponent.
There's a tactic to clinching. When you clinch, you're taking someone out of their pace. You're making them feel uncomfortable. It's something they're not used to. But there's a fashion of clinches.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. A perfect counter shot. This could be the end. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet to make or break a fighter. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do? And they got caught! Knocked down hard. I'm not sure that they're going to be able to get back on their feet here as the referee continues the count. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
You're right, Tom. What a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So the referee says he can continue.
Hard, he's up. I'd be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
He's dropped the guard now. What do you think of that decision? Jab does not score. Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move, you hit, and you don't get hit.
It's a flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put him on the back foot. Put him under pressure.
That punch scores. We're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. And they're down just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. I don't care who you are. When you get caught with a body shot like that, you're going down.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Both men getting off the canvas in that. And there's the bell to start the round. Who do you think's got more in the tank, Johnny, as both fighters went to the canvas last round?
2 knockdowns in the same round to both fighters. How is this going to work? But you know what? The one that was knocked down earlier, he's the one that's got more time to recover. But it's still hard. It still plays on your brain to see what's happened. They got to think like a goldfish. Forget after 10 seconds. They got to be smart.
Nice slip to avoid the jab. That jab misses. Now going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. A very competitive round here so far. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
This is why I love the little guys. This is exactly why I love them. Look at them, toe to toe, heart for heart. You know, mano a mano, they're letting the shots go.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Looks like a little change of strategy here, trying to loosen up the flow a little bit. There's a counter shot. So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. Punch, counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the flyweight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight, it's the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it. Looks like he's going to move around the ring a little bit more. Try some stick and move.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
So he's going to shake off the cobwebs and bounce around the ring a little bit here. Nice punch. Looks like they're going to mix up their strategy a little bit here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Those counter punches have to hurt. And in this replay, you can see it. That body punch folded him like a lawn chair.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That was hurt.
that rideth every man and woman that cometh into this continent, into this world of America today.
It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And here comes Jelena Mrdenovic. She's 5'7" with a 66.9-inch reach.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt. The other...
From the United States of America. Jelena Mrdenovic, who fights out of Canada and has won multiple world championships in multiple weight classes.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
And now it's time for the official introductions, and for that, we go to the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America. Wearing the pink trunks trimmed with black. Fighting out of the blue corner from Hay River, Canada, a women's three-weight division champion of the world, Jelena Mrdenovic.
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves, and here we go.
Todd, it's one of my favorite venues. You can't get a better place to fight in.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That punch had to have hurt her. She got clipped by that counter. Another scoring shot there. One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
The jab misses. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two. Look at the redness on the body from all these hooks.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both.
And we may see a stoppage here. Oh, and just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, it's a knockdown. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that over and over again.
That's lights out right there.
Well, they're back up, but this is the moment. She's got to seize this opportunity and put her down for good.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be hot.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
You've been put down, you've got to think right.
And there's the bell to start the round. So that's a 10-8 round. Got to turn things around here, Johnny. What do they do?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head first.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
Looking to land the hook. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven. Tried to score with a jab.
Now what we gonna do right here is settle the score. Look around you. We got a whole room full of monsters. We gonna shut it down like this. Let's go.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. Wise move here to try and slow the momentum down here by grabbing on.
Sometimes you got to go with the instincts. Hold on tight till your head clears, till you get your breath back, till the referee steps in.
They exchange punches. Gonna shake out the arms and legs and move around a little bit. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, the corner can't be happy with the way things are going. They ring the bell, and here we go. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab, be smart.
How many more times is the referee going to let these fighters clinch each other without taking a point?
You cannot do it too often because the referee's going to pull you apart and deduct a point.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Beautiful counterpunch. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They exchange punches. Are we about to see a first-round knockout? And they're down, trying to make it up before 10 as the referee continues the count. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're out.
So time to go celebrate after another knockout win here.
Knockout.
I'm Todd Grisham. The crowd cannot wait to witness this one. There's nothing quite like a fight at the Empire Fight Camp. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
Time for our tale of the tape. This fight at heavyweight, of course, the glamour division of boxing. And his opponent, Eddie the Beast Hall, 300 pounds. No one in the heavyweight division is as terrifying as this man.
If you're going to give away so much weight, you've got to depend on speed, because if you miss...
From the United States of America,
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of...
a lot of pre-match drama, and we're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Swinging a miss with the hook. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. So he's going to shake off the cobwebs and bounce around the ring a little bit here. Looks like they're going to try and be a little more elusive now. Stumbling around in potholes. I thought, and the referee will begin the count. 10 seconds to get up. I don't see any movement here. It looks like this one's going to be over. They knew it when they threw it. The perfect body shot, and no one's standing up to that one.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
He's up, but
Where was the defense? Why weren't they knocked down hard? I'm not sure that they're going to be able to get back on their feet here as the referee continues the count. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
At some point, the corner has to stop the fight for this fighter because he's not going to lay down.
Good, look at his corner.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out. What a massive upset this would be. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here, or this fight is going to be over. And there's the bell to start the round. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
I have no idea what they have left. How'd you come back from something like that? Not twice?
And we may see an early stoppage here. And they're down just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So he's back on his feet, but he's got to somehow turn this around.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Open air stadium, blazing sun. What do you think about this?
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
It's a good start to the round for this guy.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Just misses right uppercut. Holding nothing back here in the round. Oh, and they got rocked! And there it is! The knockdown punch we knew was coming. As we take another look, you can see it. The body shot was pitch perfect, and it won him the fight.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward and upward after another knockout win here.
A knockout victory. That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here. I've arrived. Try that again. It will happen all over again.